Kaplach. Hello and welcome to another edition of Car Drive with Pete. Car Drive Est with Pete, yeah. Big shout out to Adam Lloyd, Steve Hunter, Courtney Young, thank you for liking and listening. Also a big shout out to Damien Russell as well. And also a big shout out to Justin Willis for the recondition of this iPhone 4S that we are actually filming and videoing today. He does repairs, Apple, and he's also Apple certified. And that's all the sponsors over, done and with at the moment. There's a bass guitar. I don't know if you can just see between my arm. It's kind of annoying, but I'm sort of wedged. So in my rearview mirror I can just see a bass amp, which is fun. I still have a head cold, and also this head cold has kind of developed over the past few days of gigging profusely, constantly and quite hard on it, so I'm a bit today, but hey ho, cracking on. No faults with the vehicle still. As of yet. I still have a full drum kit in here, so you may hear a snare rattling about, and also just behind the passenger seat you can just about see the top of an acoustic guitar. So there's everything in here apart from a PA system for a live band in my car at the moment. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, all over my face. Oh, and my eyes. Oh, and my nose running. Oh, see. The really bad thing is sneezing when you're driving is really bad because you can't keep your eyes open. So, oh. Also, there's been a slight sort of rattling develop. It's not worrying or concerning, it's concerning and worrying. The last time I had a rattle on the Ford, it was the heat shield, so I knew what it was. Because this being what it is, I'm unsure of what it is. So that's going to be fun to find out. The heating is now still working, which is great, groovy. Okay, I'm in a 30, stuck behind a highways maintenance vehicle, and doing 25 in a 30. Really? Seriously? Are we seriously doing this? Are we really doing this? Really? Looks like we are really doing this. Talk about Sunday driving, eh? Ooh. It's all fun. So yes, that's the B-stock snare, which I've got to repair. Jeez. Also, if you see me with this here, this is my support for the wool and sheep industry. Seriously, use your indicator, you tool. People, why do you not use your indicator? Yes, I understand it is meant to be an indication that you may be turning left but then go right. Realistically, it should be law that if you need to make a manoeuvre, use your indicator. How hard can it be? It's simple. Common sense. I know everybody else driving on the road are complete idiots, but you can't always... Sorry, oh yes. Yes, indication. Just use it. Also, I don't know if I've explained before, it's not a sensory overload, but because you seem quite high up, I may have already explained about this high centre of gravity in this car. It's fun. It's like land yachting. So, indication. Yes, I keep forgetting about my indicator as well, even though I'm having a good old rant about it. Slowly but surely I'm becoming to like this vehicle. Just for the simple practicality reasons. I mean, I have a full drum kit, lights, a big live Behringer desk in the back here. Whee. What else? Guitars, microphone stands, lights. I've already mentioned lights. A drum kit and enough room for 2 people in the back as well. I could not do that in my Ford. It still lacks the element of quality, though. That's the thing. It does have quite a lot of lackness of quality. But it depends on what you're looking for in a car. If you're looking for simplicity, but not really a stylish type person. Yes, they did name it after the famous artist Picasso, and he made some great art. But I'm not sure he would have approved of the Citroen Zara Picasso. It's kind of like Van Gogh cutting off his ear and giving it to, was it his wife or his girlfriend or some bird that he wanted to impress before he went mad. Realistically, if you're a painter of that stature, you probably would have gone, what the hell are you going on about? Because it has no funky shapes. It's purely simplistic. And they've taken a famous French artist, if he is French, and just said, oh, we will call it Citroen Zara Picasso. Literally, what were they thinking? But, again, as I've said, if you're looking for simplicity in a vehicle, it is the vehicle it is. You can take out all the seats, it's practically very good, so it's simplistic and practical for all of a musician's needs, realistically. And also, if you have a family, it's a very family vehicle. But I still would have gone for the... oh, what was it now? I would have gone... what would I have gone for? Oh, that's just... oh, turning! I would have gone for turning. Realistically, I would have gone for a Chrysler Grand Voyager Stow and Go. That is quality, it's quality, simplistic, and practical all at the same time. Also, the Stow and Go, you can put all the seats in. I think I may have mentioned that. A lot of things I keep mentioning. I really have got to start doing this in different cars. but they may be able to do that later on this year. Yes, yes, you have a Mercedes AMG. And I'm going over speed humps again. Indeed. Here we go. Whee! Oh, indeed, yes. Ow! The problem with that bass guitar being there, it hit my funny bone every time I change gear. It's actually quite uncomfortable, really. You know. But hey ho. Ooh. Excuse me. Oh. Excuse me, I've been out all the whole weekend. Indeed. Power. Oh, wee. Brake. Oh, crap. Should be in that there. That's a nice Beamer. Seems to be liking to ride the bloody clutch though. Fuck. What the hell is that? There's a weird box car in front of me. No idea what it is. It looks weird and very dreary. Sand in my shoe. Feels like it. Which part there, mate? It's a double yellow. Oh well. We'll find out when this car gets towed. Indeed. Indeed. Really? Really want to be that close to your steering wheel? We're going backwards for once today. Which is nice. You know, get a bit of a something daisy. That's one thing I have quite noticed rocking about quite a lot. Is a lot of Dacias. But that looks like the Dacia Duster. Maybe could be the Sandero. I have no idea. Things wrong with the car? Nothing really. There seems to be a slight rattle in here, but that's to do with the it's Duster. Sorry, Dacia Duster. Excellent, good news. It's sort of the slight rattle. I had a slight rattle before, and that was a heat shield on my old car, on the Ford. But I don't know where this is coming from. Also, I do sound a little bit bunged up. I think I finally got a bit of hay fever. I may have been, I have no idea. Hay must have got up my nostrils and now causing me to have a fever. So it's a bit annoying. Oh. Very, very annoying. What else? Always, also, today technically is a Saturday for everybody else, but it's middle of the week for me. It's Wednesday for me. So everybody's out partying and celebrating, and I'm out working. It's crazy. So in the back here, I have basically a full drum kit in the back here, and also enough room for 2 people, or no, 3 people realistically. Person sit in the empty seat, but 2 people in the back. So that's pretty cool. Somewhere. Oh well. And indicate. And is that third? I think that's third. Second. That's third. Fourth it is. Also, big tragedy, to send out my tributes to those people and their families in the plane crash that happened in the Alps. As myself, I do have a private pilot's license. It's a hobby license I have. And a license. Use your bloody indicator, you absolute tool. Sorry. I have a pilot's license myself, and it is quite a big, demanding hobby. License when you go out flying, you are doing 10 or more different things at the same time. So it is quite stress loading, quite stress bearing, and being in such a higher sort of demanding job than just pottering about in a light aircraft. Actually pottering about in a passenger jet where the numbers are bigger, stress level becomes a lot higher. You do have to. Okay, there's some chap showing off on a motorbike in there, and you can probably see them looking about. Yeah, sorry. So yes, it is quite a big, stressful, demanding job, realistically, but. Obviously, if that was his passion, then that was his passion. You know, I mean, I do have a passion for it, but I know that I'm content with what I do at the moment, and forever looking for other bits to do, because I know that every time I make a plan, it never goes to plan. So I don't make any plans anymore, realistically. Anyway, that's the dark side of the program show a bit over. I did do the news. Any news? Oh, I'm actually driving. That's one news. Not sure about any new car news realistically at this very, very present moment in time. Quite busy. Main engine relay done. Yeah, I keep forgetting to indicate. That's probably one of them. I should really look up the news section and put it in here. There seems to be quite a lot of Dacia Dusters rocking about on the road, which is good for Dacia. Okay. Has everybody actually forgotten the highway code today? You actually meant to stop for pedestrians, and everybody just gone woo! Oh yes, big news today. Everybody's forgotten the highway code. No one's indicating anymore. Zebra crossings means sweet nothing. I mean, come on, there's zebra crossings. They're right in front of your face. If there's a pedestrian waiting to cross, you stop and wait for the pedestrian to cross.
mean, yes, it's highly annoying and all that jazz, but whee! Okay. We've just got a low fuel, and also, bit of breaking news, we have a low fuel warning light. Fantastic! Which means we have 40, is it 43? About 40 miles left. Drive time, just pottering about, realistically. Move, God damn it! Yeah. Excuse me, sorry. What was this? And that's the news, really. Back to. That didn't work. Second. And third. And fourth. And brake. And indicate. That's about it. Go on then, mate. I can wait. Mirror signal. Whee! Pardon me. Trying to think of anything else really. Not really much to add apart from speed bumps are really bad for all of your car and all workings and gubbins. Basically, the whole underside of your vehicle should not be subject to such bumpage. Move, cat, move. Fucking cat. Sorry. Sorry. There's a bigger cat over there. 2 more cats there. Right then. So yeah, we had the turning circle of Titanic, which is very abysmal, and I don't know what else I've been saying. Starts, which is a great thing. I think I have about 5,800 more miles or kilometres to do before its next service. I mean, it's done 116,092 miles. I mean, when I picked it up in December, it had done. Did it do? I can't remember. I've been very, very drunk since then. I mean, very, very drunk. Not now, but since when I brought it. I do seem to have quite a lot of musical instruments in here, like a shaker, you know. Don't know about that. Yeah, I kind of made that. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Really, it's like an Aladdin's cave. Really, you don't really know what's in it, but it's there somewhere. So hopefully I can get out this space. We'll find out when we hit things, or when people decide to hit me. We don't know. I will just find out when it'll be a clunk. Oh shit. Back. I'll put it in. Yeah. At least it has power steering, not like my old car. It had no power steering whatsoever. And as you can see, the sun is on this side to that side. So I'm driving away from the sun, not towards it. Indeed. So realistically, what I was on about, yes, it's quite sad. But then at least there'll be people like us trying our hardest to get ourselves out there to try and say, well, hey, we can be independent as well. And we can try and do and match the same but with a lower budget. There's a car in front of me, an old 52 plate, even though I'm in an X-Reg Passat, with the very national French, with a red beret, proper French beret with the little thing on the top. No idea what that's for. I think it's just stylistic, really. It's just there anyway. Yes, there's a car in front of me. Sorry, it's an old Vauxhall Astra. It has an L plate on. Obviously, as we know, in this country, L plates mean land drivers, or is it a lunatic behind the wheel? How can we tell? We don't really know the difference. And also, there's a problem I found with this particular, well, not particular car, but this particular model of vehicle, is the mirrors. Oh, bloody sorry. The mirrors in here make things a lot closer than what they actually are. It's like the person behind me is probably at a safe distance, but it realistically looks like they are hanging off my rear bumper. Or, as Clarkson put it when he was driving was it the Jaguar? I can't remember, it wasn't the F-Type. It was the one where it had all the gizmos inside and it had the tracker on it. So if you were following the car in front, Jesus, that's blinding. That's better. It had the thing on it that it scanned the road in front with microwave beams, latches onto the car in front, and you could select the distance if you wanted it to. You could select distance on how far you wanted it in front of the car in front. And this rear view mirror makes it look like everybody is at, as Clarkson put it, the full Audi, at least that far from the camera car in front. Well, obviously me being a low budgeted car drive, there's no car in front, there is just a turn, and you, and me, and this camera, and 20 minutes. Even though this car has powered steering, you've basically got to drive it like it doesn't have powered steering. So when you're going into the corners, you've basically got to throw it around. So you've got to literally just go, yeah, and nah. If you can get what I'm on about. The yeah, and here, and nah. Indeed. So, on that car shell, it's time to end. Many thanks for watching. See you next time on Car Drive with Pete. Goodbye.